What advice would you have for others in your situation who may have physicians or caregivers that are telling them that really there's no hope or there's nothing they can do? I mean, that they aren't aware of the Nobel Prize research. They're not aware of things like this High Desert Institute. What would you say to, say, a corporate friend or somebody that you've known throughout the country who says, oh, I need to talk to my cardiologist, and he says that he doesn't think there's anything that can help me? What would be your advice to someone like that at this point in their life?
Well, actually that has happened many times as I've gone to tell a lot of people about it. There's many people who have come to me and asked me how I got well because they knew I was ready to die. In fact, I have several friends who never even came to see me anymore because they didn't want to see me get worse. One of my dear friends, John Snyder, is one who saw me from day one and continued to see me, but he, as much as I know that we like each other, he didn't want to come to see me anymore because it was just too hard for him to see me going down. So basically what I've told people is that, hey, this worked for me. I've read everything, I've researched it. They know me. I do an extensive research on everything that I do, and a lot of them trusted my judgment. And once they trusted my judgment to get on it, they went on it and they found out from themselves, and they were telling other people about it and coming back to me. I mean, it's just been great to hear everybody. In fact, I'm going on a cruise a couple of days from now with a gentleman who was 84 years old who took this supplement because he had given up. And I got a call from his wife, and I took some to him and asked him if he'd promise me to take it. And I said, if you get well, we'll go on a cruise. Well, I don't know if it's the going on the cruise that did it, because he could have gone on a cruise before with me, but he is feeling so much better now that we are going on a cruise. Our wives and myself and I and him and I are going. So there hasn't been anybody who hasn't taken it that hasn't felt well. The only advice I really have, to get back to your question, is I'd try it. I think that if you have nothing else, but if you're in bad shape, try it because you don't have anything to lose. If you're in good shape, try it, because I have a grandson who is training to be a Navy SEAL, and he saw what I was taking, and he said he wanted to take it. And I said, you don't need this stuff. You're as physically fit as you can be. And he says, Grandpa, I want to take it. He says, it made you well. He says, it may give me more energy. He took it, and after a week he called me and he said, he's never had so much energy. He can run further, he can run faster, he can swim further, he can swim faster, and he can do more pull-ups and push-ups than he could before. And that's in 1 week. So he's got all his friends taking it as well. So
tell us a little bit, in a little more detail, about what your life was like. You mentioned that you could only walk a certain number of feet and that you had oxygen essentially 24 hours a day. You virtually were totally immobilized, almost chronically disabled, so to speak. How does that compare with your life now, 6 months later?
There is no comparison. To be specific, I've been monitoring my blood tests, and I guess it is the engineer in me. Since 1995, I've got the records. I've monitored them longer. But I was checking my tests each week and comparing it with all the records I had. And over the years, I had many different tests that were above normal or below normal. Well, what I noticed after the 90-day study, that everything was back in the normal range, which it hadn't been for a long time. My triglycerides were down, my cholesterol was down, everything was back into the normal range. Oxygen, I no longer use oxygen. It was about 3 months afterwards that I stopped using it. I didn't need it, and I had them come to take away the portable units because I used to have it wherever I went. They've not come to pick up the main unit yet. It's still there. As far as kidneys, my kidneys are something else, went all the way back to normal. I just had the test here Tuesday, and my kidneys are at 0.9 for the creatinine, and supposedly that's very good because I think around 0.7 is supposed to be like a teenager. So my kidneys went back to normal, and I was expected to be on dialysis as a minimum and a kidney transplant. So they've gone back to normal. Asthma, I have asthma. You wouldn't know that I have it. I have no shortness of breath. I can walk further. I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't get any shortness of breath in walking. The patients all were very happy. The results truly have been astonishing. I can only say, based on speaking with the people who were there, they all had unbelievable results. Don't know what else I can add to that.
Well, that's an outstanding. We're so delighted. You know, one of the Como Cardio missions is to save 1 million lives. And we know that people who go to the effort to introduce this to something as distinguished as the High Desert Heart Institute, that's an extraordinary situation that we can now share the word with the world. As you think about the fact that 700 to 900,000 people die annually in the United States of heart disease, and people aren't aware of this message, this research, this product, what does that do to you? How do you feel about that?
I don't feel very good. I feel good in the sense that I'm spending a lot of time and a lot of effort in trying to make this known to everybody. I just wish it had been known here a year or so ago, because my brother died from congestive heart failure. My mother died from congestive heart failure. Many of my friends have died. I'm just trying to save them one life at a time, if you will, and I've been fortunate that to date I know of one life I have saved, and there are many others that I'm working on. They're working on as well. It just, I really want to spend a lot of time, and I intend to go around and speak to many people on the subject, because I want them to be aware that it's there. Because I'm not sure, actually I am sure, most doctors will not let them know it's available, okay? Because a lot of the people who have taken the information I provided them to their doctors have basically said, you don't need to take that, you're okay, you know.
It makes me angry, because I lost my father, my uncle, my cousin, my grandfather to the same thing, and I believe that it saved my life. That's why I have the passion that I have to share this with the world. For a moment, if you would you just talk to the people out there who may be listening to this and trying to understand whether or not they should try this product? This would be to the people who should try this product, who are in a situation like yours or have a loved one that may be in that situation. Just give us your final piece of advice to those people as to why you think this is so important.
Well, short of the fact that it saved my life and it's helping other people, I got to tell you that give it your best shot, because this is one of those things that can help you from a preventive standpoint. Even if you're feeling good right now, after researching it and talking to the people who have spent years researching the product, it goes without saying that it works beautifully. Can it help everything? I can't say that it can help everything, because I don't know that it's helped everything. I can just say this, that it has helped me. It's helped many of my friends to date. There's probably 25 or 30 of them that have tried it, and all have seen great benefits. I can only tell you that the product, I have gone over to the company to see it being manufactured. The facility is greater and better than most operating rooms I've been in. It's cleaner. It's cleaner than most clean room facilities that build electronics. It's unbelievably clean. The product has a quality that is truly unbelievable as well. And all I can say is try it.